Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Cody and today I'm going to be doing the 2022 NRL season review of the North Queensland Cowboys. The North Queensland Cowboys finished in third place this year, making the 2022 NRL finals for the first time since 2017 and shocking everyone from finishing in 15th place last year to finish third place this year. The Cowboys played a total of 26 games this year, scoring 36 points with 18 wins and 8 losses for the season. The Cowboys scored a total of 633 points for the season, counting with the finals. They scored 52 points in the finals, adding on 52 points, which comes to a total of 685 points for the season. While the Cowboys conceded 361 points for the season, adding on the 54 points they conceded in the two finals games, come to a total of 415 points conceded this year. The points differential for the Cowboys this year was a positive 272, counting on with the finals, it came to a positive 270. The Cowboys' home record for the regular season was 9 wins and 3 losses, with the finals loss this year, it was 9 wins and 4 comes to 9 wins and 4 losses. While their away record was 8 wins and 4 losses, with the finals win in the first week, it comes to 9 wins and 4 losses. And the Cowboys will go on to win 3 of their last 5 games of the regular season between rounds 21 and 25. Round 1 started off with a loss for the Cowboys, as they would go on to lose against the Bulldogs in a low-scoring affair, 6 points to 4 in round 1 at Queensland Country Bank Stadium, before bouncing back to smash the Raiders by 20 points, 26-6 at the same venue in round 2, before flogging their arch-nemesis, the main rivals, the Brisbane Broncos, 38-12 at Suncorp Stadium in round 3. The Cowboys will go on to lose their next 2 games in rounds 4 and 5. In round 4 against the Roosters, they would be belted 28-4 at Queensland Country Bank Stadium before losing to the New Zealand Warriors at Moreton Daily Stadium, known as KO Stadium now, for the Dolphins, 25-24 in round 5. The Cowboys will go on to win their next 6 games in a row between rounds 6 and 11, starting off against the Raiders, beating them again this time in a close affair, 18-12 down there at Canberra GIO Stadium. In round 7 against their other rivals, the Gold Coast Titans, they will flog them 30 points to 4 at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. In round 8 up there at TIO Stadium in Darwin, they would smash the Parramatta Eels 35-4 in round 8. In round 9, they will go on to beat the Knights by 20 points, 36-16 at Queensland Country Bank Stadium in round 9. In round 10, Magic Round, Suncorp Stadium, they'll go on to beat the pathetic West Tigers 36-12 and shockingly upsetting the Melbourne Storm, smashing them 36-6 at Queensland Country Bank Stadium in round 11. The Cowboys' winning ways comes to an end in round 12 as they were beaten by the Panthers 22-0 at Bluebet Stadium in round 12 before going on to win their next 4 games in a row between rounds 13 and 16, flogging the Gold Coast Titans again, this time 32-6 at Seabus Super, beating the Dragons, at Queensland Country Bank Stadium 31-12 in round 14. In round 15, they will go on to beat the Manly Sea Eagles in a very close encounter by 2 points, 28-26 at 4 Pines Park. And then in round 16, they will beat the Brisbane Broncos, their main rivals, once again, this time 40-26 in a brutal encounter. And round 17 was their bye. Round 18, their winning ways came to an end as they were beaten by the Sharks at Queensland Country Bank Stadium 26-12. Cowboys will go on to win their next 3 in a row between rounds 19 and 21. It started off in round 19 in one of the most heated results of 2022. The Cowboys would beat the West Tigers by 1 point, 27-26. I'm not going to get into what happened. Everyone should know what happened. In round 20, the Cowboys would smash the Dragons 34-8 at Nostrada Jubilee Stadium, or Cogra, sorry. And then they'll beat the Bulldogs for the first game at Sattler Oval, Bundaberg for the first time, 28-14. Round 22 against the Roosters, they will go on to lose the Cowboys, as they would lose 32-18 at the SCG for the first time they've played there, probably the last time as well. The Cowboys would go on to flog the Warriors in round 23 at Queensland Country Bank Stadium 48-4, before losing to my boys the South Sydney Rabbitohs 20 points to 10 in round 24 at Accor Stadium. In their final game of the regular season, round 25, Cowboys would smash the Penrith Panthers in a reserve grade game grade playing 38-8. They would flog them. For the first time since 2017, the Cowboys made the 2022 NRL Final Series, as they had not made the finals prior to 2017. Or since 2017, they have not made the final series. In the first week of the finals, they would go on to beat the Cronulla Sharks, in a 93-minute classic, winning 32-30 from a 2-point field goal from Valentine Holmes. The Cowboys earned a week off, so in week 3 of the finals, they were going to lose against the Parramatta Eels 24-20 at Queensland Country Bank Stadium, ending off the season with a preliminary final loss. But in this game, it was a bit controversial, as there was a forward pass from the Parramatta Eels players within the first 5 minutes of the game, leading to the first try of the game. The NRL was way too late in their reaction to call it a forward pass, even though shown with video footage that clearly it was forward. But regardless, Cowboys did lead by 8 points did lead by 8 points at one point before the Eels would go on to bounce back to win 24-20. Alright, Cowboys' best wins for the season. I reckon one of their best wins, their best win of the regular season, was against the Melbourne Storm, where they smashed them shockingly 36-6 in round 11 at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. Now, this was a result no one expected. I believe everyone, or mostly everyone, tipped Melbourne to win this game, but I actually tipped the Cowboys to win this game. And I might have got a couple of comments saying like, "No, Melbourne's going to win." What happened? Storm were flogged. So I reckon that was the Cowboys' best game for the regular season. But the Cowboys' best win for the 2022 season would definitely have to be in the first week of the finals, where they would beat the Sharks in a 93-minute classic 32-30. Now, not just because they made the preliminary final, that's an excellent reason why I think it's their best, but a couple of rugby league YouTubers, such as Pro Enzo Vid, CJ Moxley, and Cowboys supporter Nick from Australia, were all at the game. They were behind the goalpost, and a couple of others as well. They were all sitting behind the goalpost where Valentine Holmes kicked the 2-point field goal in a 93-minute encounter. Now, their reaction was very surprising, and they were all surprised that the Cowboys actually won the game, and very surprised that the field goal happened in front of them, and this was at PointsBet Stadium. So I reckon this was their best game for the year, and definitely one of the best nights ever for Nick from Australia on his YouTube channel. I reckon that was probably his best night this year. Speaking of Nick from Australia, or NFA for short, if you haven't checked out his channel, I'll put a link in the description below, and make sure you go check him out. I just want to give him a shout out for pointing out the amazing content he puts out, all the amazing live streams he puts out every couple of days or every week, with the breakdown podcast, the game show that happens as well. He's one of my favourite rugby league YouTubers out there, probably my favourite. So Nick, if you are watching this video, I just want to say congratulations on reaching 2,000 subscribers for your channel. What you do, mate, for the whole rugby league YouTube community is amazing. I'm proud of you, mate. Keep up the amazing work. And I'm hoping you get the 3,000 subscribers by the start of the 2023 season. Anyways, if you haven't checked out his channel, I'll put a link in the description below, like I said. Let's get him the 3,000 subscribers. He deserves it. And congrats on the Cowboys for this year as well. I hope they made the grand final, but I hope they win it next year. The Cowboys' worst loss definitely for the entire season was against the Parramatta Eels, where they would lose 24-20. Now, the reason why is because this was a bit controversial, as there was a forward pass within the first 5 to 10 minutes of the game by one of the Parramatta Eels players, and it led to the first try for the game. Now, the Cowboys did lead 8 points, which was 20-12 at one point, and then they managed to mess around, and Eagles would bounce back to win 24-20. But honestly, I think Cowboys did get robbed. Sure, they led by 8 points, but it doesn't matter. If they had won, it wouldn't have mattered. But the referees should have point out that was a forward pass. The NRL was 2 or 3 days late, realising that it was a forward pass. I don't know how the fuck the referees or the bugger didn't pick it up right away, but whatever. The top point scorer for the North Queensland Cowboys for 2022 obviously went to Valentine Holmes, as he scored the most amount of points for the entire season, as he scored 244 points for the season. And the top try scorers, yes, there's two try scorers that both got 17 tries. Murray Tuilagi and Jemarai Nanai, both from the Cowboys, both scoring 17 tries each. Going through the signings of the Cowboys as of the 9th of December. The Cowboys have signed 3 players for next year, according to the NRL website, and I can't pronounce the last name of the first name, so I'll go Jahaman, starting with Shibaska Key. I think if I butchered that name wrong, I'm sorry. From the Mackay Cutters, Jack Gorowski from the Dragons, and James Tamu from the West Tigers. 4 players have signed with other clubs from the Cowboys for next year and beyond, and they are Tom Gilbert and Cornelio Laminu, both to the Dolphins. The Hammer, shockingly, the Hammer has been to Bala Fidoa to the Dolphins, and Ben Condon to the Sea Eagles. Overall, how do I think the Cowboys went for 2022, and what grade would I give them? Overall, their season was excellent, and if I had to grade them, I'll have to give them a 9 out of 10 for 2022. I give them a 9 out of 10 because, first of all, they shocked everyone across the entire NRL community or majority, as they finished from 15th place in the 2021 season, finishing 3rd place for the 2022 season. Now, majority of everyone had the Cowboys around the bottom 4, some as second last, like me, and some as the wooden spooners. I didn't have them as wooden spooners, but to my shock, they impressed everyone this year in finishing in 3rd place. The first time since 2017, they finished in the top 8, as they finished in 8th place that year in 2017 to make the grand final from 8th place. One of the few teams to finish from 8th place to make the grand final. The Cowboys will definitely make the top 8 next year. Finish in the top 4, I definitely think they will. Now, I did release an early 2023 ladder prediction NRL video a couple of days ago, and I put the Cowboys as 1st place. Now, shockingly, I haven't got any comments from it, well, other than one comment saying it's a good video, but I put them as 1st place because I reckon they're going to excel next year more than any other of the top 4 teams. If you haven't seen it, make sure you go check it out. Overall, the Cowboys 2022 season was excellent. Now, I'm going to talk about the players. I'm going to start with Jason Talamanalo. Their captain, or co-captain, with Chad Townsend, which I'll get into in a second. He played probably his best season in years, getting average meters of roughly almost 200 each game. One of the best locks/forwards for 2022, definitely. Now, Chad Townsend, who came from the Sharks, he was doing okay for the last couple of years, but he revitalised his career at the Cowboys for 2022. He's one of the best players for Cowboys 2022. I think he was definitely the signing for 2022. If anyone disagrees, Fight me. Nah, that's okay. I reckon he was one of the best players for this year, most definitely. Have to give it to Jemirai Nanai, the rookie second rower, scoring 17 tries. He scored the most amount of tries for a second rower this year. And a second rower doesn't go over the line that much, like scoring 17 tries for his season. It's sort of like David Fafita, but Jemirai Nanai is way better because Fafita's at a shit club. But anyways, he was well deserved to get the Rookie of the Year award, as he scored at one point he scored like 3 tries in one game. Since when does the second row score 3 tries other than Fafita? Very rarely happens, or if ever it happens. I have to Valentine Holmes played his best year in years as well, and scoring that amazing 2-point field goal in the first week of the finals. I think he was definitely the best player on the field for the Cowboys, along with Talmanolo. That was some of the Cowboys' best, but overall, I reckon every Cowboys player that played this year for the squad, they all played very well and improved. So I reckon they will all do well next year, along with the club itself. Go Cowboys for 2023. Overall, this will come towards the end of my video. Overall, the North Queensland Cowboys 2022 NRL season review. I reckon the Cowboys played very well this year, shocking everyone, finishing in 3rd place, giving them a rating of 9 out of 10, well deserved. They'll do a lot more better next year. They'll finish in the top 8, in the top 4 for 2023. Now, the next team I will be doing will be the St George Illawarra Dragons. That one will be coming out in a couple of days. Anyways, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you haven't, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. We're on our way to reach 600 subscribers. I'm hoping we can reach it by the start of January 2023, or just before the 2023 NRL season. Anyways, everyone, I'll see each and every one of you in the next video. Take care.